People tend to panic. They don't handle stress well because they don't handle change well, especially if that change is something that has a negative effect or repercussions of any kind. And unfortunately, knowing that won't stop people from having that panic reaction and making rash or foolish decisions during an emergency. And of course, the bigger the emergency, the bigger the overreaction, and the greater chance there is of making a situation much worse, up to and including the point where it could cost someone their life. Take a look at some of what we've seen recently with the current pandemic. Mobs of people panic buying to the point where it caused shortages, which led to rationing, which led to more panic to the point where people were fighting over toilet paper. Or who remembers back in 2019 when hundreds of people ran screaming and trampling each other in Times Square when a motorcycle backfired because they were so afraid somebody might have fired a shot? Hopefully, you, as a prepper minded individual, will have been calm and collected during a situation like this. But then again, some preppers are people who just own stuff, which is why I like to give people something to think about in these videos. So that being said, let's take a look at some things that can help a prepper or survivalist to stay calm in a situation when the majority of people would be scratching and screaming, wailing and gnashing teeth. Number one, training. This one you should know. It always comes back down to training. If you've trained yourself and you've conducted drills, then you at the very least have some experience to lean on during an emergency or a disaster, no matter what it is. Granted, running drills is not the same as facing the real thing, but at least you'll be a few steps ahead of everyone else if you take the time now rather than making it a trial by fire later. Number two, be Mr. Spock. That is, keep your emotions in check. One of the biggest problems we humans have is putting our feelings all in everything that we're doing. And true enough, society encourages emotional responses to stimuli and even overreactions. The problem with this is that you will make rash decisions when you lean on emotions to direct your actions. If you can step out of that and look at things logically, no matter how you feel about it, it helps you to see the bigger picture and hopefully make more sensible decisions during a crisis. Number three, have some goals. While you're keeping your emotions in check, now's the time to start planning one step at a time what you're going to do and how. Granted, you may have to think things out quickly during a crisis, but focus on one thing at a time and get it done before moving on to the next. Multitasking leaves plenty of room for error, especially in an emergency. Or as Publilius Syrus said, to do two things at once is to do neither. One thing at a time, stay focused and get it done. Number four, plan ahead. Hopefully, if you heeded the first point and have invested more in your training rather than fancy gear, then it occurred to you to actually make plans for various types of emergencies to tie in with your emergency drills. That will make the goals from the previous suggestion a lot easier to focus on during whatever your emergency or crisis might be. And number five, maintain your health. Hopefully, maintaining good health is part of your training. Barring any medical conditions that restrict you, you should prioritize your health and well-being as part of your training. Are you physically fit? Do you have a nutritious diet? How is your hygiene? Yes, I said hygiene. It does have an effect on your overall health. And how is your overall well-being? That is, are you stressed? Do you sleep good? And so on. If you are solid in your health, it will be a great benefit to you in all situations. Or as I always like to say, you are your own best prep. And if you've been watching long enough, you just knew I had one more for you, didn't you? Call it number 6 if you will. Stay positive. Keep your mind busy. Stay focused on what you're doing or what you need to do. Don't get distracted, and it will help to keep you from getting discouraged. This includes managing any downtime as well as you can. If you've been in the military, back me up on this. How much time did you spend sitting around waiting for something to happen? People are terrible with downtime, and they go stir crazy quickly. especially with this instant gratification culture we've entered into in the onset of the 21st century, and it's only getting worse. And also, consider the fact that you may not only have to occupy yourself, but someone else who doesn't know how to sit still for 5 minutes without their cell phone hypnotizing them. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you have any further points pertaining to the video, please feel free to post them in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up, easiest way to show your appreciation. Share it if you can and subscribe if you are new. And be sure to hit the bell icon so you can be alerted when new content comes out. And do check out some of the other videos if you get the chance. If you would like to help this channel out, there are links for that down below. Every little bit helps and I sure do appreciate it. And I can also be found on another channel called Coffee Talk. Check it out if you get the chance. There is a link for that down below as well. So that being said, as always, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.